I'm here with Joey and Gary from Outlaw Order and I Hate God. Tonight's show is Soil and Green in New Orleans, Louisiana. And let's talk about you guys touring over the last few months. You guys have sticking around to the Gulf Coast in Texas lately, and then you had the two big shows out in LA, Burger Fest, which you guys headlined, and then the Hellfest in France. Awesome. And I Hate God played on that one too. So what was it like taking Outlaw Order that far away?
Awesome. It was cool, man. It's like the first big thing that we did, you know.
For being a new band and getting to go play something like that on like a main stage, it was awesome.
What was the crowds like?
It was insane.
Awesome. 3 days, you know, like people were like die hard there all 3 days, all day long. You know what I mean? Like it was like Jazz Fest for like, you know, metalheads.
Cool, man.
It was awesome.
Yeah, like people going nuts for like Voivod and then Europe.
What was that town like in France? Did you guys see the country?
Oh man, it was awesome. It was like a little medieval like village. It had a castle and shit.
Yeah, castle was cool.
Nice.
Real in the country though, real
cool.
small village.
Nice. Customs give you guys any grief? You know, this is Outlaw Order.
No, we went right. Luckily, customs was closed.
That's how we got in.
Worked out. Hey,
customs was closed.
What a bit of luck. Yeah, you mentioned I Hate God played that same day. And,
yeah.
Brian's playing tonight in Soylent. What is it like doing double duty with both bands the same day? Is it hard to pull off?
Guess it depends on how close together you're playing, and you know, it's usually not that big a deal, you know. I mean, the only thing that was kind of bad about him playing is he played on one stage with I Hate God, I think, or Outlaw.
It was I Hate God.
Yeah, then he had to go like all the way across the fairgrounds, like to the other stage.
Like 15 minutes later.
Yeah, like on stage afterwards. So like, you know.
Yeah, it just depends on the timing.
But most of the time it's good because you know you get to play twice and you get paid twice.
Yeah, you really got the money. Right. What about practice times? Is it hard to devote enough practice to both projects, or however many bands you guys are in?
Not really, man. Like we have set days to practice for each band, and you know, like Outlaw Order is always like on Wednesday or Friday. You know, Soilent's always Tuesday, Thursday. But if it happens like where you know Brian's got a jam with Outlaw on Wednesday, and then we just we make time, you know, because everybody's used to doing that. You know, we all played a million bands.
Yeah.
And luckily, there's enough inspiration and creativity that goes around enough to where like.
Yeah.
The styles don't really bleed into each band. It's like kind of when you're in that mood and playing in that band, it's like you're in that frame of mind, you know. So that's like what I think is pretty unbelievable as far as like being in different bands, you know.
Awesome. Well, aside from the touring, what have you guys been up to this summer?
Sweating,
rolling burritos, frying chips,
trying to get by, broke.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, trying to make it to the next show, make it, you know.
Pissing in a cup.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Go to drug court every Thursday.
Outlaw Order, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Don't be as stupid as us.
Yeah.
Message to the kids.
Yeah.
Well,
And no one is after. Whatever the fuck it is. G.I.
yeah. Well, when you guys are on the road, is there any venue or city that sticks out as a particular favorite for you guys?
New York. New York, San Francisco, that's my favorites in the United States for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'd say New York was definitely cool. Boston was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, too. Boston too. I mean, yeah, they got so many towns that's like cool, you know. And Europe, Berlin's awesome. Amsterdam, of course.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? What's to say?
They can't get in trouble for it there.
I mean, any like major city is going to be pretty much killer. You know what I mean? You go to Tokyo, it's going to be killer. You know?
Yeah, it's about Tokyo.
Yeah.
Man. That was one of the most insane experiences I've ever had.
That was your first tour with I Hate God?
Yeah, man, I got in a band like a month before, and
back to the on fire.
Yeah, and I'm in Tokyo.
Yeah, and like out of every like tour I've done with I Hate God, like that like week and a half or 2 weeks in Japan was like by far like the most awesome like professionally done tour like I've ever been on. You know what I mean? They were just like to the T like about everything. You know, it was pretty overwhelming like how the fans and like the people who put on the shows were.
Great.
Yeah, you walk in, dude, and your equipment is set up.
Yeah, I mean, like the first night you set it up, and then like every night after that, like you took a train to the venue, and then you'd be there, and your shit would be set up exactly like it was the first night.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was just fucking unreal.
A little different from tonight, lugging you guys' stuff.
Oh yeah, but I like that too. You know,
Uh-huh.
I like setting my own stuff. It gives you a little time to like, you know,
Get your mind right.
yeah.
Game face on. Well, I've read that some rumors that I Hate God will be releasing its new albums on NoleCore. What's up with that?
It's
Kind of a rumor.
it's kind of a rumor.
Depends. It
Yeah.
depends.
I think the main thing that it comes down to with what label that album goes on is whatever the best offer is for the
Yeah.
band. You know?
What attention's gonna get given to it? You know, is it gonna be worth our while? Like, you know, I mean, we've been doing this for like, you know, 20 years now. You know, it's like I don't want to just put out anything just to put it out anymore. I want it to be done right. I want it to be what it's worth. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's hard at this age now to still play music and, you know, have to give up jobs. You know, I'm not 21 anymore, like where I didn't give a fuck. You know, now it's like, you know, you really have to almost, you know, with the family and all, so you really got to make it worth your while to go do these things. You know, it's like, you know, I went through my years of, you know, splitting up $75 between 5 people and, you know, everybody splitting the same piece of pizza and shit. You know, I ain't doing that anymore.
Well, I guess most importantly, we will see another I Hate God release.
Oh yeah, I don't care if it takes 10 years. We're gonna
Right.
do it.
That's all we needed to hear. Well, it seems like for Outlaw Order, bass has always been a revolving door for you guys, and now Pat's in the band. How did that come about?
Well, that's mainly for I Hate God bass. We always had a lot of different bass players. Well, I guess in
Outlaw
Outlaw
too, man.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I Hate God, that's the dude that's in I Hate God. You know what I mean? I mean, we had a few people before. As far as Outlaw Order, that was always like a new band, and it was like, I mean, I think it's at its point now where it's an actual band. You know what I mean? We spent a lot of time writing, and you know, I mean, we tried to jam with Mark again just for the sake of like, you know, I wanted to play. You know, he was in the first band I was ever in with, and it's like, you know, that didn't work out after a while. It's the same old shit with him, you know. So, but Pat's awesome, man. I like jamming with Pat, you know.
Yeah, it just kind of made sense at the time, you know, like we recorded the album as a 4-piece because it was just hard to find somebody that was, you know, ready to sit down and do this without there being any obstacles in the way of, you know, getting the jam or whatever, you know, and so it just happened, and Pat's always around, you know, like he hangs out with us, you know, before he was even in the band, and he was just sitting around. He plays with Crowbar, but he was sitting around and he was like, dude, you want to play with us, you know, and it just made sense, you know, just like all the other bands, they were all friends, you know.
It's like I'd rather mainly get along with somebody that I know I could be in a van with and in a hotel room with for a month at a time, you know what I mean, that's a friend and that I can rely on, than to just be in, you know, in that close quarters with somebody for that period of time that you don't get along with, don't have nothing in common with, you know what I mean? That's like a vital part of like, you know.
Friends before band.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we do have to like sneak in a studio behind his back and fix all his bass tracks and all, but I mean, that's part of like having a bass player that sucks. You know?
Sorry, Pat, but